The train screeched to a stop, and the familiar hum of the city greeted me as I stepped onto the platform. It was my first day at the new job, and though I'd moved to this city for a fresh start, everything about it felt daunting. That was until I walked into the coffee shop near my office. The barista greeted me with a friendly smile as he handed over a menu. His name tag read Elliot, and his messy curls and warm eyes made him instantly likable. "First timer?" he asked. "Yeah, is it that obvious?" I replied, glancing nervously at the chalkboard menu. "You're staring at it like it's a math problem," he teased. "Try the caramel latte. It's kind of our specialty." I smiled. Caramel latte it is. Over the next few weeks, the coffee shop became my sanctuary. Every morning I'd stop by, and Elliot was always there, ready with a witty comment or a suggestion for a new drink. His presence quickly became a highlight of my day. One Friday morning, as he handed me my usual, he asked, "Big plans this weekend?" "Not really," I admitted, still trying to find my way around the city. He leaned on the counter with an easy grin. "Well, if you're up for an adventure, there's an outdoor movie screening at the park tomorrow night. You should check it out." "Maybe I will," I said, feeling a flutter in my chest. The next evening, I found myself at the park, a blanket in one hand and a bag of popcorn in the other. As I scanned the crowd, I heard a familiar voice behind me. "Hey, you made it!" Elliot stood there, holding two steaming cups of hot chocolate. "Figured you might need this," he said, handing one to me. I took it gratefully. "Thanks. Do you come to these often?" He shrugged. "Yeah, it's kind of my thing, but it's more fun with company." We settled on a spot together, the movie flickering to life on the screen. Sharing popcorn and stories, the conversation flowed effortlessly. It felt natural, as though we'd known each other far longer than a few weeks. From that night on, our connection deepened. Elliot became my guide to the city, showing me his favorite hidden bookstores and the best food trucks along the waterfront. He made the unfamiliar feel familiar. One evening, as we sat on a rooftop overlooking the city lights, I shared my dream of becoming a writer. "You're going to be amazing," he said, his voice steady with conviction. "I can't wait to see your name on a book someday." I laughed softly. "You'll be the first to get a signed copy. Promise." It wasn't until a rainy afternoon, months later, that I realized just how much he had come to mean to me. We were stuck in the coffee shop, watching the rain pour down in steady sheets outside. "So," he said, breaking the comfortable silence, "do you ever regret moving here?" I looked at him, his familiar smile warming the gray day. "Not anymore," I said softly, my words heavier than I intended. He held my gaze for a moment, his own expression shifting to something unguarded. "Good, because I'm really glad you did." The rain continued to fall, but in that moment, it felt like the city had finally become home.